Few royals caught as much speculation as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and a whole lot of the theories about them turned out to be true. Prince Harry and Prince William were seemingly attached at the hip since day one, and when William married Kate Middleton, a popular royal trio emerged. Naturally, when Meghan Markle came on the scene, many assumed that the Three Musketeers would turn into a fabulous foursome, but reality was not so kind. Indeed, if Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand are to be believed, William is anything but a fan of his sister-in-law. In their book, Finding Freedom, the journalist and authors detail that William voiced concerns to aides early on in Harry's time with Meghan, reportedly worried at the speed at which Harry's relationship was moving. A source told the authors, William told his brother to take as much time as you need to get to know this girl, and Harry was pissed off. Some felt it was an overreaction, but then this totally sums them up as people. William, the calm and rational one, and Harry, who can't help but take things far too personally. One source told Scobie and Durand that Harry could see through William's words, insisting that the now Prince of Wales was being a snob. And with that, the schism between William and Meghan, and by extension her husband, was well and truly formed. When Meghan Markle first came onto the royal scene, many looked to her identity alone as the shake-up that the royal family needed. But as she explained to Oprah Winfrey during their now infamous interview, the aspects of her life that set her apart from the other members of the firm were ultimately used to keep her at arm's length. During the interview, Oprah asked whether Meghan was ever concerned about fitting in, to which Meghan replied,
"Well, I thought about it because they made me think about it."
Renee Graham, a columnist for the Boston Globe, reflected on Meghan's words when she wrote, "One need not be a royal to recognise the misogynoir, a very distinct hatred of black women that Meghan has faced for years from the British media, public and, to no one's surprise, members of the royal family." Over the last few years, a series of disagreements exploded into a bitter feud between Prince William and Prince Harry. The cause of all this? While William is the direct heir to the throne and behaves as such, Prince Harry has put his mental health and family first, even moving to an entirely different country to escape the tribulations of royal life. Of the bitter feud between the brothers, Princess Diana's biographer Andrew Morton told the Daily Beast that the late royal would be saddened by the state of her son's relationship, but would also have encouraged Harry's sense of loyalty to his family. Speaking about Harry's tell-all memoir, Spare, he said, "I think Diana would approve of Harry writing this memoir. She did it herself, very effectively, so she would entirely approve of Harry speaking out." Concerning the brothers' relationship, Morton added, "I very much doubt they will be reconciled. They will go their separate ways, and the longer Harry and Meghan stay in America, the more comfortable they will be there." When Harry and Meghan revealed that they would leave their roles as senior royals, much attention was paid to the issue of money. Harry and Meghan insisted that financial independence was their end goal. In their interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry further revealed that his father cut him and Meghan off financially after they stepped down. He added that it was only thanks to his inheritance from Princess Diana that he and Meghan were able to come to the United States and start their new life.
I think she saw it coming. And I certainly felt her presence throughout this whole process.
Thinking back to Diana's bitter divorce from Charles, Harry told Oprah that he sympathised with the struggles his mother had faced.
Because I can't begin to imagine what it must have been like for her going through this process by herself all those years ago.
For several years, Kate Middleton was the shining star of the royal family. When Meghan Markle came onto the scene, however, dynamics quickly shifted, and the relationship between the two women became a focal point in the media. The bitter feud between William and Harry took centre stage, but as it turns out, Meghan and Kate were never that taken by each other either. As Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand claimed, the royal women weren't exactly enemies, but they never found a ton of common ground either. The authors wrote, Meghan would agree with the assessment that the Duchesses were not the best of friends. Their relationship hadn't progressed much since Meghan was Harry's girlfriend. The two journalists further assessed that Kate failed to extend a helping hand to Meghan during her early days as a royal, as the Duchess of Sussex thought she would. As an outsider to the firm, Meghan was reportedly under the impression that Kate would guide her through the process. The book reads, Meghan was disappointed that she and Kate hadn't bonded over the position they shared, but she wasn't losing sleep over it. Titles are a big deal in the royal family, signifying importance, designation and honour, and they're also a bit of a sore spot for Harry and Meghan. A number of titles shifted hands in the wake of Queen Elizabeth's death. Charles, once Prince of Wales, became King Charles III. He subsequently designated the Wales title to William and his wife Catherine. Because she wasn't born into the royal family, Meghan will never be granted the title of princess. Under ordinary circumstances, however, her children would have been. As royal expert Katie Nicholl told The Mirror, Charles withheld any titles from little Archie and Lilibet as Harry and Meghan have tarnished the monarchy in his eyes. Nicholl said, "We could be prepared to see the king's ruthless side in all of this. Charles is not going to stand back and let the family or the institution, the reputation of the crown, which is everything to him, be tarnished or indeed trashed, certainly not by members of the royal family. It's no coincidence that we haven't seen titles bestowed on Archie and Lilibet." When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sat down with Oprah Winfrey for their tell-all, many revelations emerged. From racist comments amidst the royal family ranks to the couple's finances and everything in between, Harry and Meghan dropped one bomb after another. But perhaps one of the most jaw-dropping moments came when Meghan said she was suicidal during her first pregnancy, telling Oprah that the scrutiny of the press brought her to a breaking point.
I just didn't see a solution.
Reflecting on her admission as part of the series The Me You Can't See, Harry told Oprah the only reason Meghan didn't take her life was that, after everything that had happened with his own mother, she didn't want him to suffer. He said, "The thing that stopped her from seeing it through was how unfair it would be on me after everything that had happened to my mum, and to now be put in a position of losing another woman in my life, with a baby inside of her, our baby." One of the biggest theories surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry was not merely related to the day-in and day-out media coverage of their lives, but the different kind of attention they received when compared to William and Kate.
That they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband.
BuzzFeed News' Ellie Hall reviewed thousands of articles about the two royal couples spanning from 2018 to 2020. Hall uses a number of examples, one prominent display being the successful killing of a Tatler magazine story that supposedly featured inaccuracies and false representations about William and Kate. The clencher in the piece was the detail that Kate had a poster of her husband in her room when she was in her teens. According to the royals, such a story couldn't stand. But Hall points out that when Harry was called a race traitor in an article focusing on his marriage to Meghan, the palace refused the request to comment. When Meghan Markle first started dating Prince Harry, she wasn't exactly a young nobody who had never known the public gaze. She was a well-established actress who starred in a popular TV series. While she certainly wouldn't have been used to the same large crowds that the royal family draws, she certainly had the charisma and character to deal with the press and the public. Things may have turned sour eventually, but at first, Meghan attracted a lot of positive attention. Possibly too much attention, according to some. Journalist Michelle Ruiz wrote a piece for Vanity Fair in which she claimed that Meghan and Harry were taking the spotlight away from William and Kate, which the firm apparently didn't like. Harry seemingly confirmed this theory in the couple's Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, when he explained that the royals don't like it when someone who is marrying in steals the limelight, or does a better job than someone who was supposedly born to do it.
That upsets people, it shifts the balance.
Both Meghan and Harry felt as if there was some sort of jealousy at play, though, of course, Harry's brother has never commented to confirm or deny this. It seems likely the future king will never break his silence on the matter. As the media storm around Harry and Meghan progressed and their relationship with the press worsened, many wondered why the royal family wasn't stepping in to try and calm things down. After all, the House of Windsor has been known to have a close-knit relationship with the British media, so why didn't William and Charles take a stand? The theory that Charles, William, and the rest of the palace wouldn't do anything to help Meghan was backed up by Harry's claim that his father told him exactly that.
My dad said to me, "Darling boy, you can't take on the media. The media will always be the media." And I said, I fundamentally disagree.
As for his brother, Harry stated that William had been disloyal by choosing to trade stories with the press, something they had always promised not to do to each other. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's engagement was met with plenty of excitement in Britain. Royal weddings are a cause for celebration for many. Prince William and Kate Middleton's nuptials saw thousands of well-wishers line the streets. There was a lot of buzz around Meghan and Harry's wedding too, but not all of it was positive. Towards the end of 2018, rumours started to run rampant that Meghan and Kate had fallen out during the wedding preparations. Everywhere, from The Independent to People magazine and The Sun, ran stories on what could have happened, with some sources pointing towards a disagreement over Princess Charlotte's flower girl dress. Meghan later confirmed that there had been an argument during her Oprah interview.
It was a really hard week of the wedding, and she was upset about something, but She owned it and she apologized. And
While reports at the time suggested it was Meghan who made Kate cry, Meghan alleged it was the other way around.
the reverse happened.
The couple later said that Kate apologised with flowers, but added there had also been another argument prior to the wedding. In his memoir, Harry explained that Meghan suggested Kate had baby brain during a phone call, which the princess did not take kindly. According to Harry, William got involved and scolded Meghan, even going so far as to point a finger at her. Yikes!